and welcome to Perry Live 365. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to pregame coverage. My name is Cooper Richter, getting ready for today's matchup between the 15-7 Tucson Badgers and the 18-7 Perry Pumas. Today's going to be a very big and very tough matchup for both teams. And talking about that, we got to talk to Coach Rob Hehe yesterday and see what he thought about his players' game today and how they thought they'd do in the rest of the playoffs. This is what he told us.
I'm sure they're very excited, probably with a little bit of anxiety on top of it, but I'm sure they're excited about playing their last home game because they know what the future holds for them. We played them earlier in the year, but it was early in the year, so they're going to be a good team. I think my team's the better team, so as long as we go out and we play at the level we're capable of playing at, I don't really care who the opponent is. You know, well, obviously we got to win Tucson. That's the first and foremost. But moving forward, either one of those two teams, I think we can handle. Then after that game, you would get to Pinnacle, but you have to play them all one at a time. So Tucson's in our way right now. We need to take care of Tucson.
Two players who have been coming up big for the teams lately, and two players for me that I want to watch for this game are third baseman Kylie Huff and Sage Stutz, the pitcher for today. Huff on a .366 batting average for the season, and with 11 home runs and 31 RBIs, she's been a huge asset for the Pumas this season at the plate. And on the other side, you have Sage Stutz on the mound for the Pumas. Sage with a 3.10 ERA and a 92 strikeouts on the season. It's been a huge pitching season for her so far, and with an incredible year, not to mention a .364 batting average on top of 28 hits. Sage has been an unbelievable player for the Pumas so far this year, especially on the mound and at the plate. We got to talk to her a few weeks ago and talk to her about what it meant to be a senior on this team and what she thought about playing possibly her last game here at Perry High School. This is what she told us.
It'll be really real, I guess.
I like to play with all my friends. I'm very close with all my teammates, so that has been really fun. I love playing at school because you just get to hear about it from your teachers, and other students around you care about how you're playing. I have a few. I would say my favorite memories are beating Hamilton back-to-back and then beating Pinnacle in a very tough game last year. And also, I have had the most eventful at-bats, so that's one of my favorite parts. Like our whole fans got kicked out in one game. Another game against Hamilton, at Hamilton, a man ran through our field and he was being chased by the cops, so that was pretty fun. It's meant a lot to me because it's made me grow as a player and a person. I've learned a lot about myself and how sometimes things can be very difficult, but playing at Perry and our teams, we've always been able to bounce back very well after having a rough inning or like a rough game, bouncing back the next game. So my advice would just to be have fun, make jokes, but take it seriously because it's bragging rights. I mean, I'm very competitive, so I always want to win, but don't take it too seriously and play your heart out.
And like I said, the other big player to watch today, Kylie Huff, the senior, .366 batting average on the season with 11 home runs and 31 RBI. She's been incredible at the plate for the Pumas. I got to talk to her yesterday and ask her what she thought about the Pumas running the playoffs and how she thought they would perform today against Tucson, and this is also what she told us.
My favorite part would probably have to be playing with all of my friends and getting to learn from my great coaches. There's too many. I want to have fun and not to put too much pressure and stress on yourself because it definitely won't help in the long run.
That's going to do it for us here at Perry Live 365 pregame coverage. We're going to send it down to the field here in just a second. It looks like they're getting started with the starting lineups, followed by the national anthem and first pitch. All of that coming your way here on Perry Live 365. I'll see you in a moment.
First baseman, number 12, Brentley Spencer. Batting in the 8th position, center fielder, number 13, Sienna Reed. Batting 8th, right fielder, number 15, Aubrey Foley. And batting in the 9th spot, catcher, number 2, Ashley Kush. And your players, Bria Matos and Mia Strauss. This time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise and gentlemen remove your hats as we honor our country and those who serve with the singing of the national anthem by Perry Puma, Haley Spencer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, but we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran the boats bursting in air, galloped through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Haley. All right, Puma Nation, let's play some softball.
Big Dino on 3, 1, 2, 3, Big Dino.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Perry Girls Softball here on Perry Live 365. My name is Cooper Richter, bringing you today's game. First round of the playoffs between the 15-7 Tucson Badgers going up against the 18-7 Perry Pumas. It's a warm afternoon here in Gilbert, Arizona. We're just about ready to go with first pitch. Two players to watch if you missed it earlier in the pregame. Two players to watch today for the Pumas. Pitcher Sage Stutz, pitching a 2.80 ERA this year, 93 strikeouts, and at the plate, 364 batting average and 28 hits. Been a really good season for Sage. And at the plate for the Pumas, Kylie Huff with that .328 average and 92 hits. It's been an incredible season for her. We're just about ready to go. Sage Stutz with the first pitch. Finds the strike zone. Should be a good competitive game between both teams today. Excited for a good matchup here at Perry High School. This is just low for ball one. Evens up the count at ones. Now going to be fouled just over by the Puma dugout. Sage gets ahead in the count 1-2. Let's see what she goes with here. Gets her on the outside pitch. Strike three looking, and that's going to be one down for the Pumas. Go ahead and give you your starting lineup this afternoon for the Pumas.
For the Badgers, number 5, Karina Samu.
Starting lineup, excuse me, not starting lineup, but your starting positions for the Pumas today. In at pitcher, Sage Stutz. Over at shortstop, Chloe Crayson, and around the corner, Kylie Huff over at third base. Sammy Gorge at second. That one's popped right back to Sage. Out number 2, you got Sammy Gorge over there at second base and Brentley Spencer at first. In the outfield for your Pumas, left field is going to be Kaylee Cates, center field Sienna Reed, and Aubrey Falley over there in right. Those are your starting spots for your Pumas, and with 2 outs already, see if they can get a quick first inning here. Stutz finds a strike zone on that one. That one going to be fouled just back behind and over the Pumas dugout. And Sage will be ahead quick, 0-2 in the count. Here comes the 0-2 from Stutz. This is just high for a ball. One and two just misses from Stutz. It'll even up the count at 2s.
Good job up there, kid. Here you go, battle. Here you go.
Comes from Stutz. He fouled off, keep the count even at 2s.
Come on, help.
Fouled off again.
Try hard, kid. Honey, here you go.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Pumas. We'll bring it back, give you the starting lineup for the Pumas when we come back for the bottom of the first here on Perry Live 365.
No hits, no runs, no one left. Leading off, Sage Stutz.
We're back, ready to start the bottom of the first. Sage Stutz up first for the Pumas. She's got a 1-1 count. One fouled back, puts her down 1-2 in the count. Number 14 on the mound today, Rodriguez. It's going to even the count up at 2. Sage had a very impressive year so far at the plate. Batting .364 with 13 RBIs and 28 hits. It's been a great season for her so far. With that one up and away, it's going to make the count full, 3-2 for Stutz. Full count. And she's going to take the walk on that one. Put her down the line, and Pumas have one batter, one on base. Your starting lineup today for the Pumas: Sage Stutz just took a walk. In at number 2, Chloe Crayson. Kylie Huff batting cleanup. Sammy Gorgia coming in 4th. Be the first 4, followed by Kaylee Cates, then Brentley Spencer, Sienna Reed, Aubrey Foley, and Ashley Cush. Going to be your 9 batters for the Pumas today. Sage Stutz starting it off and getting on base for the Pumas, and now we got Chloe Crayson coming up to the plate. Here comes Chloe Crayson. Chloe Crayson shows bunt, doesn't do anything. Little jump over there at first, but nothing happening. Chloe Crayson on the season, batting .462 with 40 RBI, 12 home runs. It's been a good season for her. There, one hit to right center field. Catch is going to be made. She's able to get back in time at first. So that's going to be out number 1. Good catch made over there in right center field. That's going to bring up Kylie Huff for the Perry Pumas.
Now for your Pumas.
Kylie Huff this year batting .328 with 11 home runs, 37 RBIs. So her and Chloe Crayson both this season for the Pumas have had incredible years at the plate. Back in time on the throw down to first. Kylie Huff takes the ball, get her ahead 1-0 in the count. Get called on that one for strike 1, even up the counts at 1. Nothing happening over there at first. Going to be called a ball. She says she went on that one, even up the count at 2s. Two balls, 2 strikes to Huff. That one hit up deep into right center field at the fence. She's got the catch right at the fence. Put a good tag on it for Kylie Huff, just not quite far enough. The wind we had about 30 minutes ago, it might have been enough. Wind's died down here a little bit. This wasn't quite enough to get that one over the fence. That's going to bring up second baseman Sammy Gorgia. Sammy Gorgia this year, batting .329 with 25 hits and 10 RBIs. It's going to be popped over against the fence, foul for strike number 1. That one popped foul. And right down here, down the left side, just over my cameraman over there on the dugout and out towards us here in left field. Going to be foul up against the fence. Sammy Gorgia now down in the count, 0-2. See what Tucson goes here with a little room to work in the count. Off-speed pitch, gets her for strike 3. That's going to end the top of the first. 1 on for the Pumas. Can't do anything with it. Our score is still 0-0. We'll be right back for the top of the second here on Perry Live 365.
No runs.
Number 13 going to start it off, Trejo for the Badgers, batting .625 on the season. That one hit up into center field. She's able to track it down and get the out. 1 pitch, 1 down here in the top of the second for the Pumas.
Next up, number 11, Kelly Samarano.
Number 11, Samarano, batting .463 on the season for the Badgers. 31 hits, 7 home runs for her this season. From Stutz. Gonna get her for a strike. Comes the 0-1 from Stutz. That one popped up, gonna come into left field. She's under it, and that's a quick out, number 2. So 4 pitches into the second, and we've got 2 outs. Stutz and the Puma defense keeping it efficient here in the top of the second, trying to get through these innings as quickly as possible. That one fouled back for strike 1. Oh, 1 with 2 outs from Stutz. That one popped up again into center field. She tracks it down, and she's got the out. 3 quick outs for the Pumas. That's going to do it for the top of the second. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second here on Perry Live 365. Ready to go here, bottom of the second for the Pumas. 1-0 count. We'll start it off. That one outside for a 2-0 count. Number 14, the left fielder, Kaylee Cates. Batting .462 on the season, and that number just got better with a base hit into left field. She's going to hold up at first. Good base hit from Kaylee Cates, just drops it right over the third baseman into left.
Next over your Pumas, first baseman, number 12, Brentley Spencer.
Next up, going to be first baseman, number 12, Brentley Spencer. .477 batting record on the season. Had a pretty good year at the plate. And with the runner on here, a chance for something for the Pumas to get it going. See what Spencer can do. She gets the bunt down. It's going to advance the runner to second. And a good job there from Brentley Spencer to get the bunt down and get that Puma runner into scoring position.
Next over your Pumas, center fielder number 13, Sienna Reed.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, Sienna Reed, for the Pumas. One out. Runner in scoring position with a .388 batting record. See what she can get going here at the plate for the Pumas. See if they can be the first ones on the board. Going to be outside for ball 2. 2-0 count for Reed here. Just catches the strike zone. Reed thought it was low. Not the call she gets. It finds the strike zone for a 2-1 count. Throw over to second. Missed the ball. She's going to stay safe at second. 3-1 count now to Reed. Strike number 2 called. Another inside pitch. Reed thought it was going to be ball 4. You see Coach Hehe over there tell her. Got a big strike zone here. That one hit into left field. Excuse me, over to shortstop. Don't know what I was seeing on that one. Pop up over to shortstop. It's going to be out number 2. Pumas will hold that runner at second. Definitely looked like it was going to a different place off the bat than what I saw.
Right fielder, number 15, Aubrey Foley.
Next up going to be right fielder, senior Aubrey Foley. 267 on the season for her. 6 RBIs this season with 8 hits. Like I said, that 267 batting record takes a high one for ball 1, even up the count at 1-1. 1-1, grounder right up the middle for the Pumas. She's gonna round third. She's coming home. And they got the tag for the out at home. Not quite deep enough into center field. Pumas are going to leave the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. Our score 0-0. We'll be right back in just a moment here on Perry Live 365 for the top of the third. Lays down the bunt, comes back to Stutz, over to first. And Spencer's got the catch at first. Quick 1 strike, 1 out for the Pumas. Start off the top of the third. There at the end of the second, Pumas tried to score their runner from second. With a great bomb throw from center field, kept it low. Badgers were able to get the tag down for out number 3, and the Pumas have to stay scoreless. Start the top of the third here, 0-0. 1 pitch, 1 out. That one popped up over to Kylie Huff. She's gonna miss it. Crayson doesn't get a throw off. Just deep enough over Kylie Huff. She was not able to get down on the ball. And that's gonna be 1 on for the Badgers.
That's up for the Badgers. Second baseman, number 2, Serena Sanchez.
Bunt is popped up and back against the fence.
Come on, man. Come on, kid. Here we go. Good ball, huh? Back up the middle, huh, kid? Here we go.
Go. 0-1 pitch. Bunt again, gets it down, back to Stutz, over to first, and that's out number 2. 2 outs, runner on second for the Badgers.
Next up, number 7, Alyssa Carpio.
Two outs here with a runner on second for the Badgers. Going to be fouled off over the right side. Oh, and 1 count. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss for strike 2 on the fastball. Oh, and 2. Stutz has a little room to work here in the count. See what she goes with. 2 outs. Going to third, Kylie Huff. Kylie Huff has to move, get the ball home. And Tucson is going to be on the board first here in the top of the third. Error with the throw over to Kylie Huff. Hits the runner and bounces off. Goes clear back to the dugout, and Tucson's going to be on the board. So 2 outs now, no one on for Tucson. Good pitch for Stutz, doesn't get the call. Even up the count at 2s. 2-2 count. Gonna be just outside. Stutz thrown 3 balls in a row. Now she's got to go after. Full count here for Stutz, 2 outs. Tucson just took the 1-0 lead. Here comes Stutz. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the fastball. Stutz get out of it, but not before 1 run is scored by Tucson with the pass ball on the throw over at third. Tucson leads at 1-0. We'll be right back. We're ready to go. Back here, started off bottom of the third for the Pumas. Pumas now at the bottom of their lineup. Catcher Ashley Cush. First one gonna be taken in the dirt. Comes a 1-0 to Cush. In there for a strike, finds the inside edge of the plate. Evens the count up at Cush, 1-1. That one hit into center. It's going to be a base hit for Ashley Cush. One on for the Pumas, no outs. And that's going to bring it back to the top of the Perry Puma lineup. It's going to bring it to number 11, Chloe Crayson. And we're going to get a runner for Ashley Cush.
Controlling Perry Pumas, number 18, back to the top of the line for your Pumas, and pitcher number 10, Sage Stutz.
Excuse me, back up at the top of the lineup for Sage Stutz. It's going to be at the plate for the Pumas, number 10. Stutz in the bottom of the first took a walk on her first at bat. And she'll dig in at the plate with a runner on here in the bottom of the third. She'll take the first one high for a ball. Good throw down to first. Able to get back in time over there at first. And Sage will start with a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss on the high fastball for strike one. Evens up the count at ones. One and one. That one hit over here to left. Catch is going to be made. And that's going to be out number one for the Pumas. So one down, one on here for the Pumas. Bottom of the third. It's going to bring up shortstop now. Number 11, Chloe Crayson up now for the Pumas. Grounder over to third. Throw over to first. Excuse me, they're going to call it foul. Chloe Crayson will head back to a 1-0 count at the plate. Runner moves back for the Pumas to first. Another throw over to first. Nothing going on. She gets back in time. And will even up the count at 1-1 for Chloe Crayson.
Come on, Chloe.
Comes a 1-1. That one ripped over to the right side, just goes foul. Would have been a huge hit for the Pumas if she could have landed that one fair. Just misses and it puts her down in the count, 1-2.
1-2.
One and two for Crayson, just foul again over to the third base side and down into left field. And Crayson will step back into a 1-2 count. That one hit up high and deep into right field. Not quite deep enough. Doesn't tag at first, she'll stay at first, and that's going to be 2 outs for the Pumas. Very high hit for Chloe Crayson, just not quite the distance she needed. That's going to be out number 2. Good catch out there in the sun in right field. It's going to bring up the cleanup batter, Kylie Huff, the third baseman. Kylie Huff with 2 outs. See if she can get something going here for the Pumas. Off-speed pitch there. First pitch goes for a ball high. Going to be low and in the dirt for ball number 2. Fouled off for Huff. Makes the count 2-1 with 2 outs.
Here we go, coach. Hey, be ready for the change. All you guys.
Way to hit your spot.
Hey, be ready for the change, coach. Adjust, bud, adjust.
Here comes a 2-1 to Huff. That one right over the plate on the off-speed pitch. She fouls it off, even up the count at 2s.
Here we go, coach. Base hit, bud, base hit. Yeah, 1 set.
2-2 now with 2 outs. Takes that one high. Another throw down to first. Evens up, loads up the count 3-2. Kylie Huff stretching this at bat as long as she can make it go. Looking to get a big hit here for the Pumas. Full count. That one hit over to left, popped up, it's gonna drop. And that's gonna be 2 on for the Pumas and bring up number 6, the senior, Sammy Gorja. 2 on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Pumas. Chance to make something happen. Sammy Gorge been having a pretty good year here for the Pumas, batting .329 so far this season. 25 hits and 10 RBIs. Been a good year so far for her at the plate. Sammy, not one that started a whole lot of games last year, so coming in and starting every game this year, been a very impressive year for her. Swing and a miss on that one. The high fastball gets her down the count pretty quick, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Gorja. Swing, and it's a ground ball over to second. She gets the flip to first. That's going to be out number 3. Pumas leave 2 stranded. Don't score, and we'll head to the top of the 4th here on Perry Live 365. I'll be right back. And we're back, ready here to start the top of the 4th for the Pumas. Sage Stutz will continue on the mound for the Pumas. Just misses that one down and outside for Stutz. Number 5 up for the Badgers, Somoza, batting .667 this season, 16 hits, 7 RBIs. There's a hit just past Chloe Crayson at shortstop, and that's going to be a base hit for her. Start off the top of the 4th.
Next up, number 20, Carly Scopin.
Number 20, Carly Scopin, batting .714 on the season. 40 hits, 38 RBIs, and 14 home runs. Big stats from her this year. Swing and a miss on strike 1. Change up from Stutz. Swing on that one, fouls it off, gets her down quick, 0-2 in the count. Sage Stutz gets her down quick, 0-2 in the count. Swing and a miss on the high fastball, and that's going to be out number 1 here for the Pumas. And after seeing those stats, that's definitely a batter the Pumas really do not want to mess with. And so a good 1-2-3 strikeout there for Stutz. Gets them their first out. Still with that runner over there on first. Good pitch from Stutz, just misses for ball 1. Another pitch just outside from Stutz. Badgers get ahead in the count 2-0. Just misses again outside from Stutz. 3-0 count now. Here comes a 3-0 from Stutz. Gets her for strike 1. See if Stutz can get herself back in this count, 3-1. 1 out here for the Pumas in the top of the 4th. And that one's going to be in the dirt for ball 4 and put 2 runners on for Tucson.
Next up for the Badgers, number 11, Kelly Summerlin.
Quite a drive for the Badgers up here to this one today. About a 2-hour drive from Gilbert to Tucson, or vice versa, excuse me. Kylie Huff picks it off, throws it over to first, double play for Kylie Huff. Pumas are going to get out of it, leave 2 stranded for Tucson. We'll be right back in just a second for the bottom of the 4th here on Perry Live 365. We're ready to go. Getting ready out here for the bottom of the fourth. Been a warm one out here, getting warmer out here in Gilbert, Arizona every day. Forecast about 82 to start the game. Definitely looking about a little warmer than that right now. We're looking at about 88 degrees. It's been windy on and off all day for the past couple of days. We were forecasting about 11-mile-an-hour winds out of the southwest, so if that wind picks back up how it was at the beginning of the game, we should be able to get a little lift towards that outfield fence. A little help for those fly balls out there. We'll see. Right now the wind's died down. We're ready to go for the bottom of the fourth. That one finds the strike zone for strike number 1. Ground ball on that one. Throws low over to first, but it's good. Out number 1 for the Pumas on that ground ball. It's going to bring up the first baseman, number 11, Brentley Spencer for the Pumas.
Next up for the Pumas, first baseman, number 12, Brentley Spencer.
Number 12, Brentley Spencer, the first baseman for the Pumas. Brentley's been a few times in a couple of games to pitch for the Pumas. That one down in the dirt for ball 1. Coach Rob Hehe, when we talked to him earlier, definitely felt he's very confident in Brentley Spencer whenever he has to bring her into pitch. Very confident in her when he has to bring her in, and says she's definitely a good player to have in both those positions. Has played strong in both all year. Definitely a player he's excited to have again next year. That one popped up over into right. Comes in short, she's able to make the catch, and that's out number 2. 2 quick outs here for the Pumas in the bottom of the fourth.
Stepping up to the plate for your Pumas, center fielder, number 13, Sienna Reed.
Gonna bring up number 13, the center fielder, Sienna Reed. Low in the zone for ball number 1. That'd be a great time to hit that pop up into center or right field, getting a little more wind picking up out here. It's gonna be high for ball 2. Finds the strike zone on the fastball. 2-1 count now. Two and 1 pitch to Reed. Low and in the dirt for ball number 3. Heading the count now. We'll see what she goes with here. Gonna be low and out, low and inside for ball 4, and she'll take her base over there at first.
Stepping into the box for your Pumas right fielder, number 15, Aubrey Foley.
It's gonna bring up number 15, the senior Aubrey Foley for the Pumas, right fielder. Low in the dirt for ball 1. Other things going on at Perry today. Have a track field just next door. I don't know if you can hear those pops going off every couple of minutes. If you do, that's the track gun going off every few minutes. A couple of schools over there in a track meet today.
Let's go, baby.
Runner's able to advance to second on that one. Takes that one high. 3-0 the count. Chance for Pumas to get 2 on here in the bottom of the fourth. Grounded right back to the pitcher, throw over to first, and that's out number 3. Tucson gets out of that one without any damage done. Pumas strand one at second, and we'll be right back for the top of the 5th here on Perry Live 365.
Fifth for the Badgers, number 14, Ana Rodriguez.
5th. Taken for ball 1 to start off the 5th. Number 14, Rodriguez, up for the Badgers here. Batting .419 this season. 18 hits, 10 runs. That one over into left. She's going to pop out into left. That's going to be out number 1 for the Pumas.
Next up for the Badgers, number 8, Marina
Good
Chacon.
catch for Kaylee Cates over here in left. Called for ball 1. Little cloud action here, cover up the sun, give us a little shot of shade here in the top of the 5th, cool things off for a minute. That one's popped up high over behind second base. Sammy Gorge is under it, and she's got the out. 2 quick outs for the Pumas here in the top of the 5th.
Next up for Tucson High, number 10, Maddie Castro.
Two outs here for the Pumas, top of the 5th. Badgers still lead at 1-0. Off-speed pitch from Stutz, just going to be low. Want to know from Stutz. Popped up over to first base. She's under it, and that's out number 3 from Brentley Spencer. No on, no outs. Excuse me. No one gets on that inning. Badgers still lead at 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th here on Perry Live 365. We're back here, ready to go for the bottom of the 5th. Pumas got to get something going here with the bats. Try to get themselves on the board, tie this game up. Ashley Cush started off. And then we'll be back at the top of the lineup with Sage Stutz and Chloe Crayson. That one's going to be called high, ball number 2. She'll start off with a 2-0 count. See if we can get one on here for Sage Stutz. That one's going to be high for ball number 3. She gets ahead quick, 3-0 in the count. At the plate there for Perry. Starting off this inning with no outs and a runner on. Go to the top of the lineup would be huge for the Pumas. Takes that one, looking for strike 1. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. That one going to be fouled off. And with 2 quick strikes, it's going to load the count, 3-2 now for Cush. That one hit into right. And it's going to be caught in right for out number 1, and that's going to bring up Sage Stutz.
Back to the top.
One out for the Pumas here in the bottom of the 5th.
The pitcher, number 10, Sage Stutz.
Number 14, Rodriguez, still on the mound. For the Badgers, she gets Sage Stutz on that low one to start off the count at 0-1. Be fouled back, and Stutz is going to be down quick in the count, 0-2. Off-speed pitch, just going to miss the zone, make it 1-2. Low and in the zone. Even the count at 2s now. That one's going to be fouled back. Keep herself alive in the count. Two and 2 from Rodriguez. Sage Stutz up the middle and into center field. It's a base hit for Sage Stutz.
That's good, bad Sage.
She'll be 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and a walk. And that will bring up number 7, Chloe Crayson.
Pinch running for you, Pumas, number 1, Isabella Tate.
Isabella Tate going to be on there to run for Sage Stutz over there at first. And it puts number 11, Chloe Crayson, at the plate for the Pumas. 1 on, 1 out. Pumas need to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. Get on the board and tie this game up.
Stepping up to the plate for your Pumas, number 11, shortstop, Chloe Crayson.
And here's Chloe Crayson digging in at the plate with 1 out and 1 on. That one popped up into right. She's under it for out number 2, excuse me. Second pop-up over there for Chloe Crayson this game. 1 deep and almost to the fence. That one short, right between the right fielder and second baseman. And it brings up Kylie Huff, the cleanup batter. That one in the dirt for ball number 1. 1-0. In the dirt again for ball number 2.
Hey, sit on it. Look for it. It's your count. Atta girl.
Here comes the 2-0 to Kylie Huff. That one going to be popped back and foul.
Here we go, Kai! Hey, sit on top, bud! Yeah, Kai!
2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes to Kylie Huff. That one ripped into left center. It's going to go clear to the fence. Chance for the Pumas to tie it up. She's coming around third. She's coming to home. The throw. Snow tag late. She's going to be safe, and the Pumas tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Pumas finally get themselves on the board and tie this game up. Close play from left center field there, but they get on the board with 2 outs.
Stepping up to the plate for the Pumas, second baseman number 6, Sammy Gorgia.
Gonna bring up number 6, Sammy Gorgian, with a runner on third, looking for a base hit here. Low and in the dirt for ball 1. Doesn't get quite far enough away for Huff to head home. What a big hit, though, for Kylie Huff in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Get the Pumas on the board. Kylie Huff on third over there, ready to run. That one going to be low in the dirt, 2-1. Excuse me, 2-0. To Sammy Gorgia. That one hit into left field, and she's going to be under it, and that's going to be the catch for out number 3, but not before the Pumas come up clutch with a 2-out triple by Kylie Huff to get the Pumas on the board at the end of 5. We're tied 1-1. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th here on Perry Live 365.
1 hit, 1 run, 1 left. Badgers.
Top of the 6th, Sage starts it off with strike number 1. Here comes the 0-1. Bunt gets down, but going to be back foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes from Stutz. I'm going to be popped up, foul, and back over the backstop. Lineup stays the same for your Pumas. 0-2, swing and a miss. Got her for strike one. Like I said, lineup staying the same. Sage Stutz pitching. Ashley Cush still back there catching for the Pumas. Kylie Huff over at third. Chloe Crayson at shortstop. Sammy Gorge over there at second. And Brentley Spencer over at first for your Pumas. Continuing in left field, Kaylee Cates. Center field, Sienna Reed. And over in right field, Aubrey Foley for the Pumas. Bunt is just going to roll foul, and that's going to be strike number one for the Pumas. If you just missed it, at the end of the fifth, a runner on first for Kylie Huff with 2 outs. It's a big triple into left center field. Just scored that runner from first, and the Pumas were able to tie it up. That one's popped up. Chloe Crayson at shortstop, and that's going to be out number 2 for your Pumas. 2 down now in the top of the 6th. Pumas trying to get out of this one without any more damage done. Able to tie it up in that last inning. Sage Stutz been very efficient today. They're on the mound for the Pumas. Except for a little hiccup on the throw there in second. Has done very well there through the whole game. Been able to hold him to just the 1 run. That one gonna be high for ball number 2. Two balls, no strikes for Sage Stutz. That one ripped over just past Sammy Gorge at second, and that's going to be a 2-out single, excuse me.
Next up for the Badgers, number 20, Carly Stephen.
Hey, go get it 2-0. Go get it 2-0. Here we go.
Two-0. Sage starts off the count 1-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner on first there for Tucson. 1-0, just misses his own low. And the Badgers will get ahead in the count 2-0. Only going to be fouled over here towards left. In foul territory. She's going to get the out. That's out number 3. Pumas will head to the bottom of the 6th. Another quick top inning. Pumas get out of it. No runs scored for the Badgers. We'll be right back. Our score, Perry 1, Badgers 1. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th.
Number 6 for your Pumas. Number
13, Kaylee Cates gonna lead it off for your Pumas here in the bottom of the 6th. Pumas get out of the top of the 6th quick. Good pitching from Sage Stutz. Kaylee Cates looks for a bunt, able to pull back in time. Gonna start her count 1-0. That one hit over into left. Shallow, but not shallow enough. Left fielder able to make the catch over there, and that's going to be out number 1. First baseman Brentley Spencer go to work at the plate for the Pumas. See if she can get something going for the Pumas here in the bottom of the 6th. Takes the first one high for ball 1. Be low in the zone for ball 2. Spencer will get ahead quick in the count, 2-0. Up in the zone, 3-0, and she's got room to work with here now at the plate. with 1 out to Spencer. Here it comes. Gonna take that one for strike 1. Grounded over to short. Throws got her at first. That's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Stepping up to the plate for your Pumas center fielder, number 13, Sienna Reed.
Gonna be number 13, Sienna Reed now up for your Pumas. The center fielder. Gonna get her for strike 1 on that one. That one low for ball number 1. Make the count even at 1s. One and 1, 2 outs. Low and inside, ball number 2. We popped up over the right side and gonna be just foul over the fence. We're loaded with deuces now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Sienna Reed digs back in. That one hit into right. It's going to drop in right center field for a base hit.
Next up, for your Pumas, right fielder, number 15, Aubrey Fowley.
Brings Aubrey Fowley to the plate for the Pumas. Takes that one for strike 1. Throw down to first. Sienna Reed able to get back in time. Seen a lot of good throws from the Tucson catcher over there to first. That one hit over into left. And she's just able to come up with the catch, grabs it out of her glove to make sure she holds on to it. That gets Tucson out of the top of the 6th. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. gets Tucson out of the bottom of the 6th. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. See Tucson at the plate. We'll be right back here on Perry Live 365. We're ready to go. Back here, ready to start off top of the 7th. Still tied at 1 here at Perry High School. It's been a pitching duel all afternoon. Only going to be popped up foul right over my cameraman over there on the third base dugout. Bounce back off the concrete and onto the baseball field. Strike number 1. Like I was saying, it's been a pitching duel all afternoon. Like we said earlier in the game, we knew that's what it would be. Good pitch from Stutz, just misses, even up the count at 1s. Get the Tucson coach over there cleaning off first base bag for us. And Sage will dig back in on the mound with the 1-1 count. One and one from Stutz. Good pitch from Stutz, just misses. So a 2-1 count, no outs here in the top of the 7th to work with. Good pitch from Stutz, evens up the count at 2s. Gets her with the fastball right up the middle. Two and two, no outs. Here it comes from Stutz. Ground ball right up the middle into center field, and that's going to be a no-out single.
For the Badgers, number 11, Kelly.
So maybe a pinch runner coming on here for Tucson. As the Tucson third base coach goes ahead and talks to the home plate umpire.
1 for 13.
He's going to bring in Sylvain to run for Trejo.
Sylvain for a pinch run for the Badgers.
Coach for the coach for the Badgers, Coach Bert Otero, 15-7 overall this season, 10-0 in their section. And we'll see with the runner on here and no outs. See what Tucson, see if they can get anything going here in the top of the 7th. Sage backs off for a moment, waiting for that umpire to step in there behind home plate. He's in, Sage is in, and we're ready to go. Strike 1 from Stutz. That one grounded up the middle, just by Chloe Crayson. And with no outs, 2 quick singles, and Tucson definitely have a chance to do something here. 2 on, no outs.
Next up for the Badgers, number 14, Arnold Rodriguez.
Tucson coach goes over to talk to our home plate umpire once again. And we get a new runner over there at first. Fouled back for strike 1. Pumas really have to go ahead and tighten their defense here in the top of the 7th with no outs. Oh, and 1 count. Here comes Stutz. Batter steps out, she's back in. The pitch from Stutz. That one high, evens up the count at 1s.
Hey, don't run yourself into an out. They gotta be sure.
That one popped up into left. Case is under it, and that's going to be out number 1. No one advances. That's going to be 1 out here for the Pumas.
Next up for Tucson, number 8, Marina Chacon.
It's going to bring up number 8, Chacon, the freshman, batting .283 on the season. 15 hits, 8 RBIs, pair of home runs for her. She'll come into the top of the 7th with 1 out, 2 on. Pop back foul into the fence. Start her count with an 0-1. One from Stutz. Bunt drops back foul off her foot. And Sage gets ahead in the count 0-2. And 2, 1 out. Sage gets her sign. Misses just high for ball number 1 in the count. 1-2. About an hour and a half into this game so far. That one fouled off, able to keep herself alive, and the count is going to roll all the way down the left field line. One and 2, 1 out, 2 on for Sage Stutz. Goes off her bat, it's going to be a foul ball. She's able to keep herself alive up there at the plate. pitch from Stutz. Good pitch from Stutz, doesn't get the call. It'll even the count up at deuces. 2-2, 1 out. 2 on here for the Badgers. And that one low in the zone, loads up the count, 3-2 with 1 out. Here comes full count for Sage Stutz. Gets that one fouled back. She keeps herself alive at the plate. We're probably in 8 or 9 pitches into this at bat. Very strong, very defensive at bat for Tucson. Sage able to stick with her. 3-2 count, 1 out here for the Pumas in the top of the second. Badgers have 2 on, here's the pitch. That one gonna be popped up foul over the fence. And off the dugout over there on the left side, it'll stay at 3-2. Full count, 1 out, 2 on from Sage Stutz. That one hit her, and it's going to load the bases up for Tucson with 1 out. Not sure what the call was. We get a call from the ump. The ball hit the bat. Count's going to stay at 3-2. Lucky break there for the Pumas. Runners go back to first and second for the Badgers, and Sage Stutz has another chance at it here with the full count. Full count, 1 out from Stutz. That one hit up the middle. No outs. No outs are made. It loads the bases with 1 out. Chloe Crayson dove, was able to grab the ball. Couldn't make a play though, laying on her stomach. Just couldn't quite get the ball out from under her. Good way for Chloe Crayson to stop it over there at shortstop though and not let any other runners advance farther. We're gonna have Coach Hihi come out and talk to the Pumas. Coach Hihi walks out there, talks with his team for a second, kind of calm everyone down, get everyone back in the zone. 1 out here, loaded bases for Tucson. Top of the 7th, we're tied at 1s. Got number 15 at the plate for Tucson. Bahara is batting .414 this season. 12 hits, 2 RBIs. Fastball from Stutz just misses for ball 1.
We got one.
1 ball, no strike with 1 out. Catches the outside corner on that one for strike number 1. Even up the count at 1s for Stutz. 1-1 from Stutz. That one, ground ball misses. Nobody is out. Loaded bases stay, and Tucson takes the lead 2-1. That one high for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, still loaded for Tucson. They now lead it 2-1 on that ground ball. Bobbled over there at third. That one fouled off, even up the count at ones. That one popped back foul into the backstop. Pumas will be ahead in the count 1-2 now. 1 out. Really need to make a stop here, not let any other damage happen. One and 2 from Stutz. Popped up to Stutz. That's going to be out number 2. Loaded bases. Now the Pumas in a little bit better of position here. Any play at any base gets them out of the inning. 2 outs here. Badgers lead it 2-1, top of the 7th. Round 1 of the 6A state playoffs. Oh, popped up into right. It's going to drop. 1 scores. 2 score for the Badgers, and it's going to be a 4-1 lead. Badgers over the Pumas. Brings up number 5, Somoza. 2 outs here with 2 on for the Badgers. Strike 1 from Stutz. Strike 2 from Stutz. 2 quick ones right up the middle. But going 2 count here for the Pumas. Good pitch from Stutz, just misses. 1 and 2 count. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Pumas down 3 now, 4-1 Badgers lead. Pumas have some work to do in the bottom of the 7th. That one going to be popped over. Kylie Huff gets it for the out, but not before the Badgers score 3 on a couple of good base hits. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th. Pumas have to score 3 to keep their season alive. We'll be right back here on Perry Live 365. We're back, ready to start the bottom of the 7th. If you just missed the top of the 7th, Badgers score 3 on a couple of good base hits and good running from the Badgers. They lead it right now 4-1, coming into the bottom of the 7th. Pumas have a little bit of work to do here in the bottom of the 7th, keep this game alive.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for your Pumas is catcher number 2, Ashley Cush.
We're going to start with number 2, Ashley Cush, for the Pumas. Get this bottom of the 7th going. See if the Pumas can't get something going at the plate. Takes that one for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Cush. Takes that one high for ball number 1. One and 2 from Rodriguez. Fouled back for Cush, keep herself alive in the count, 1 and 2. That one popped up over to the left side. And they get the catch right at the Puma dugout. That's out number 1. Bring it back to the top of the Pumas lineup. They have 2 outs left, and it all starts with Sage Stutz.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Pumas, and the pitcher number 10, Sage Stutz.
Sage Stutz, 2 for 3 today with a walk and a couple of base hits. Takes that one for ball 1. Swing and a miss on the high fastball for strike 1, even up the count at 1s. Going in the dirt, ball number 2. To Stutz. Fouled back, even up the count at 2s. Two. Taken high, ball 3, load up the count for Sage Stutz. Popped up, back. And gonna be just foul. Sage Stutz will stay alive, 3 and 2. Full count, 1 out to Sage Stutz. Fouled off, and she keeps herself alive. Back against the fence, and she fouls it off again.
Don't give in, Sage. Don't give in.
Full count. That one hit into right. It's going to drop, and that's a single one out for Sage Stutz. And that'll bring up number 11, Chloe Crayson, 0 for 3 today with a couple of pop-outs. One on for the Pumas. We're going to get a pinch runner.
Pinch running for your Pumas. Number 1, Isabella Tate.
Number 1, Isabella Tate, going to go over and run for Stutz. And bring number 11, Chloe Crayson, to the plate for the Pumas.
Next up for your Pumas, shortstop number 11, Chloe Crayson.
Chloe digs in, 1 out, 1 on, bottom of the 7th. Here comes Rodriguez. In the dirt for ball number 1. Bounces back to the pitcher. That's going to be out number 2 at second. Chloe Crayson safe over there at first. Bring Kylie Huff up to the plate. Pumas down to their final out. And Chloe Crayson able to run over to second.
Hey, come on, Kylie. Come on, Kat.
Not sure where the ball was when Chloe took off from first. Let the umpires talk it over here. And they're going to call Chloe Crayson out. That will be out number 3. I see Coach Hehe go ahead and talk to the home plate umpire, but that is
It's only a stop if it goes back to the base.
We're going to wait from the call over here. And that's going to be called out number 3. Chloe Crayson called out at second, and that is going to end this 6A first-round playoff game. Pumas had a good season. This is going to be the end of it. Good run from these Puma seniors. For Sage Stutz, Chloe Crayson, Sammy Gorja, Kylie Huff, and Aubrey, I'm forgetting the last name here, excuse me, Aubrey Foley. Thank you to Grant for that one. It's been a good year for all of these seniors and for these Pumas. Tough to go out on a way like that. Third out called like that. It's been an amazing season, though. I know for me and my other 2 cameramen, Hunter Thompson and Alex Martinez, we've had the pleasure to work with this team for the last 2 years. And it's been a fun 2 years with all the games we've done, the documentary last year. It's been a pleasure to work with this team. Our final score from Perry High School today, Tucson Badgers 4, Perry Pumas 1. We'll be broadcasting the Perry men's volleyball game live on Thursday. Always remember to watch our Twitter for the link, and times for that game will be coming out soon. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your afternoon and evening. From everyone here at Perry Live 365, my director Grant Woodford, cameraman Hunter Thompson, my name is Cooper Richter. Thank you for watching.